G'day everyone and welcome back to Apio Puzzles, and this evening edition today I'm going to solve the Saturday paper from yesterday from Liam Runnalls. I've been relatively absent from the channel the last week or two, so my apologies, but hopefully back in order. I am doing an evening edition tonight, hence no camera. My lighting setup is not really up to the task. And with these evening editions in the darkened vibe, I like to share a poem to start the video. So let's start with that. This is called The Journey. It's a famous poem by the very beautiful and well-known Mary Oliver, one to follow if you're not familiar with her work. She passed away a couple of years ago now, I think. And this, yes, is called The Journey. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried, but you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible. It was already late enough and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voice behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice, which you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life that you could save. So there we go. I hope that was interesting and brought some contemplation. The other thing I wanted to do, well, one was to just thank any new subscribers and encourage you to subscribe if you'd like to let YouTube know that this kind of crossword content is cool and fun and worth up ranking to the world. And also random shout out to Tiger Beats Elephant Grooves, which is a show on PBS FM Mondays at 7 p.m. It's a show I've been listening to more and more recently, and it's a fabulous collection of music from the subcontinent. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure if it's referred to as the Indian subcontinent, but music in that kind of realm, hosted by Pradeep Sakar, and apologies if pronunciation is not correct there, but just a random thing I've been listening to a lot. I thought I'd like to share that with you. It's an incredible array of beats and grooves. So, well, as the name suggests, Tiger Beats and Elephant Grooves. I will put a link to that if you'd like to follow along. And in the meantime, it's time to try and solve this puzzle. Now, I'm actually going to try and do a bit of a speed solve, I think, tonight. I'm going to proceed at the fastest speed I can without full explanations, and then I'll come back around and explain them when I'm done. So timer starting around almost 4 minutes, just a bit before 4 minutes, so let's see how I go. So now hang on, let me just consider how I manage this. I think I still will scroll around like this. It slows me down a little bit, but it makes it easier for you to see what I'm looking at if you're on mobile. So one across, let's go. Stay within Berlin, Germany. This is Linger. One down, loads utes unevenly but keeps going. L-A-S-S, lasts. Two down, order member to say nothing. Not sure what that is. I think nine across. Immoral act by monarch causes naval disaster. Sinking. So what was this again? None. What I'm not seeing here. Okay, I might leave that actually because my brain's not getting me there. Reliving trauma of scary expression. It was linger, wasn't it? Yeah. Reliving trauma. So anagram of that. So evil grin. Okay, I was going to say ring, and that didn't seem right. 12 across. Feel a bit slower than I'd like to be. Animated South Park premieres correctly. Sprightly. 10 down. Stop rambling and arrive at promontory. Get to the point. Hoping my typing was on song. Reckless choice destroyed Danish society. I think this is hasty decision. 4 across. Reacted to cold, switchblade injuring deer. So it's going to be this. Reacted to cold, chill. What's a switchblade? Not sure. Let's see what we can get for 6 down. Ivy covered facades of villa inspired naive exterior decorator. So this, I think, yeah, I thought I was in the wrong spot. VINED. 11 across. Country lanes bending around, for example. This is Senegal. 7 down. Correct things to say to wish granter, perhaps. Write something. Wish granter, right you are. And I think this should be this. It's not a C, it's an. I'll have to come back to past that one. 8 down. Defined boundaries for food store on motorway, oddly trendy. Just from the definition, I think. Actually, it doesn't fit for defined. It should be a past tense. Maybe it's still limited. Or is that the same? I know. I'm all over this place here. This speed business is not good. Now let's see if that M's correct, and then we'll know. Some information from, so this is datum. I feel like I've seen a clue like that before. 16, note return of yellowish brown insect. This is gnat. 19, echidna was unfortunately cut by logger. Presumably an anagram. Oh, it looks like it's got that's interesting. Yes, that is the answer. Lucky opportunities to jemmy open dresser compartment we hear. This is going to be prize something. Dresser compartment, prize draw, I think. 25. Dabble in wrestling, losing a bit. I think this is a nibbled. 17. Meet to look into class emblems. A symbol, a classic hidden from LR. He's good at finding these long hiddens. Defeated Brisbane sides with a perfect score. With a perfect score, defeated. perfect score. Not sure actually. 26. Short novel set on fire, lit, so literature. 23. US president loses leadership after initial whisper spread. Let's widen. Yeah, this looks like beaten. 10 being the perfect score. Okay. 27. Actually, let's try 24 with the I on the end. Electronics company bestseller air conditioner from Hawaii. Interesting. I'm not sure what that is. 27. Dolphins and actors digital downloads. Don't know what that is either. Okay, we're going to need some help here. 15. Brat Knight rejected hug by bushranger in jail. This is imprisoned, I think. 15 rather. Explore archipelago as another dolphin plays. Interesting. I suppose as dolphin is an anagram, and it means explore archipelago. Really? Seems like a strange thing for there to be a verb for. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a nice term to get into a crossword and a good way of referencing it. Deviously watched Shakespeare character's speech. This is Leah with a double E. 20. Poor nutrition explains everything. Ditch yeast firstly. Poor explains everything. Ditch yeast. Ditching the Y out. Don't know what that is. Let's try this 27. Did I look at that already? Yeah, Dolphins and Actors digital downloads. Of course. I did think of the word cast, but I couldn't think of the rest of it. 21. Where is it? There it is. Why Copper returned to California for Desert Plain. I think it's that. We'll see. I presume this is a type of Hawaiian person or electronic company. Hitachi. Yeah, that's going to be right. I won't pass it now, but I think that's correct. 13. Showed stag turning up holding gift. I think this is that. And we're left with, so this is going to be needy for poor. I'll pass that in a second. Right answer. And it hasn't given me the confirmation I'm correct, so I might have, I think this is Hitachi. Maybe not, well maybe it is, but I might have made another mistake. Also I'm moving the screen around, my apologies. Hasty decision, nibbled, widen, prize draw, assemble, delimited seems to be correct. Nat, shivered, Senegal, vined. Now this is a drama. Well, maybe this was not. I had thought okay. Maybe this is not. Well, that's the only one that looks dicey to me. Yeah. So Y would be Y. Copper for C, you're going backwards. California for CA, and desert plant is a yucca. I think that's correct. So maybe for some reason it's just not. Yeah, I may as well at this point just try to go through all of the clues and pass them, and if I come across the answer or the error, then all the better. But it might be that there's an error in the software, or they didn't put in the usual little thing that comes up down below telling you that you've finished it. So, oh, no, 2 down is what it is. So, order member to say nothing. I'm glad now I didn't put it in, because it would have automatically told me I was correct, and I didn't have any idea really what this was. So I think it's none for order. But again, it's not telling me I'm right. So member, an order member would be a none, right? But I'm not sure why to say nothing. Oh, nothing as in N-O-N-E, and that's being said out loud. So that is correct. So now we're back to the same position where I'm not sure whether it doesn't know that I'm correct, or whether I'm actually wrong somewhere, but we'll see as we go. So that's about a 15-minute solve. Not too shabby. Let's see how it all works. So to stay within Berlin, Germany, we've got linger spelled inside or within that expression, and that means to stay. So that's a straightforward hidden answer. Shivered for 4 across. Now I thought it was... I see a shiv is a switchblade, and injuring deer is an anagram of deer. I was thinking that reacted was the definition, and cold for C, so I had that C at the beginning, and then was looking for a short word for a switchblade starting with H. To be fair, I wouldn't have thought of shiv, regardless. 9 across, sinking, so immoral act is a sin. A monarch is a king and causes naval disaster. Sinking. Let me just make sure that's... There we go. So what have we got? Senegal. Country lanes. So lanes bending is an anagram of lanes that's going around the outside of EG, which is for example. Sprightly. Animated South Park. South is S. Park is P. Both common abbreviations. Premieres correctly. South Park premiere, the first letters of South and Park are S and P. So that premieres is technically not necessary, because they themselves abbreviate to S and P. But for surface reading, that helps. And then correctly is rightly, and animated is sprightly. So this 14, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, or maybe it's just, he does do the occasional email-based clue, or we might have shown it on Twitter one time. Some information, so this is a hidden, some information is datum. Front desk is the front letter of desk for D, at is AT, and university is U, and com, finally, the final letter of com is the M. So 15, I didn't pass this one, I just figured in jail would be imprisoned. So brat is an imp. A knight, what have we got? Knight rejected hug. So a knight is a sir, and that is going backwards in our answer to give S-I-R-R-I-S. Hug is O, and bushranger is Ned. I think when I was passing that, I was imagining that I was going to take out an O. We were going to reject the letter O from something, but in fact we needed to include it. 16, Nat. Gnat. Note is G, as in musical note G. Return of yellowish brown is the colour tan going backwards, and an insect is a gnat. 18 is a homophone indicator clue. Deviously watch is to Lear. Shakespeare character is Lear, L-E-A-R, but in speech we may misinterpret that as L-E-E-R. 19, this one threw me for a second as well. Echidna was is an anagram. It's being rearranged into an unfortunate order, giving cut by logger. I think when I first read this, I was thinking that unfortunately cut was the indicator for the anagram, leaving just logger as the definition, which wouldn't make sense for chainsword. But yeah, cut is part of the definition there. 20, I think I got just eventually from the word pour. That is just a first letter indicator. So firstly, N, E, E, D, and Y. I think I was, again, some nice misdirection, subtle, but I was thinking I needed to ditch the letter Y, the first letter of yeast, to ditch that from something that meant explains everything, or something along those lines. So now, actually, this probably is Hitachi, and that's why it's not telling me. We'll pass it now. 24. Actually, might be completely wrong on this. Let's see. Electronics company's bestseller hit is a bestseller. Air conditioner, AC, and Hawaii, I suppose, is HI, and Hitachi is the electronics company. Didn't know Hawaii was abbreviated to HI. Let's actually check that. I can't immediately see it written there, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So there we go. 25. Dabble in wrestling, losing a bit. So dabble in is 8 letters, and they're wrestling, so we need to rearrange them, but we need to also take out the letter A, so we get double in rearranged to give nibbled, which is bit. 27. Dolphins travel in pods. Actors are casts, and digital downloads are podcasts. Yeah, this 28. Defeated is beaten. Brisbane side is BE, the side letters of Brisbane, with A just literally in the clue, and then perfect score is 10 out of 10. I think I was thrown by this, particularly. I did think of the word beaten, but sometimes I see defeated and I think that's a past tense verb. Well, you could see it as a past tense verb or as an adjective, and then I was thinking of the word beaten and kind of thinking it. I think I was thinking of one as a past tense verb and one as an adjective, and that didn't seem to mesh. Of course, they're both of those. So now, one down. Loads utes unevenly keeps going. So the uneven letters, the odd ones, LASTS for keeps going. Order member to say nothing. We've been over that. 3, reliving trauma of scary expression. So trauma is acting as an indicator to rearrange the word reliving, and that gives us an evil grin. 5 down. This one I think I got. It was just an anagram. So reckless choice, destroy Danish society. I had the Y in place and was able to pretty quickly find that, actually, which was a bit surprising. But if we destroy Danish society, we rearrange it, we get hasty decision, which is a reckless choice. 6, ivy covered is vined. Facades, or the front letters of V, I, N, E, and D. 7 down. Correct thing to say to wish granted, perhaps. Now, right answer. The correct thing to say is a right answer. Wish granter, perhaps. Oh, sorry, that's an anagram. Simple as that, I think. So 11 letters, and we have wish granter with 11 letters, and perhaps is acting as the indicator to rearrange that, and that gives a right answer, I think. Looks like it's got all the letters. 8 down. Define boundaries for food store on motorway, oddly trendy. I never passed this, actually. I just figured delimited meant define boundaries. Food store is a deli. Motorway is the M1. And oddly trendy is the odd letters of trendy for T, E, and D. 10 down. This was a nice one. Stop rambling and arrive at promontory. So get to the point. That's a know what you refer to that, a cryptic definition, I guess, or figurative definition. 13. Showed stag turning up holding gift. I think I just got this from showed. So stag turning up holding gift. Right, so we've got the word present, which is a gift, and that is being held inside of this R-E-E-D, which is deer backwards, and a deer is a stag. So that stag is turning up, it's going backwards, and then it's holding the present. So 15, I like this one. Explore archipelago as dolphin plays, island hop. It's so kind of jarring to see explore archipelago as a definition element. I was convinced for a while that I must be barking up the wrong tree. Another reference to dolphin, and just a beautiful surface reading as well. That's I think that deserves to enter into my upcoming Golden Waffle Awards, just on the basis of surface reading, and on lots of bases. Actually, the fact of it being a kind of cool final answer as an expression that you don't see very often, and just beautifully indicated. Very nice work. So 17, assembled, meet to look into class emblems, and this is just a hidden. Assemble is inside, so we're looking inside of this to get the word assemble. 21, this is the yucca, I think is pronounced. So Y is the letter Y, that's Y, as in text speak. Copper is Cu, but it's going backwards. So Cu from the periodic table gives us UC. California is Ca, and desert plants is the yucca. So 23, haven't seen an error yet, which I thought I might. US President is Biden, losing his leadership gives us Iden. After initial whispers, after the initial letter of whispers for W, gives us widen, which is to spread. 26, well, this is our last chance for being wrong, and we're not, because short novel set on fire. So set on fire, or something that's set on fire, is lit, and novel, a novel is literature, and that's being abbreviated to lit. So unless I have missed a typo somewhere there, or spelled something like Itachi wrong, I don't think I have. So look at that, actually, Itachi. There we go, that's the one. That is the puzzle done. So thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what you think of this kind of format. I occasionally do a speed solve, but not very often. It certainly piles on the pressure, and even just in terms of getting the letters in with the keyboard. So it's kind of it's fun from my end. And thank you again for watching and being with me. Do subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. And until I see you next time, which will hopefully be pretty soon, happy puzzling. Take care.